Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, Drew Nation, and the GCVs. Let's get right into it. Their plan to destroy you will completely backfire. What they tried to make happen to you is going to happen to them. There are some individuals who thought that they could get away doing something real dastardly and devious to you. But they didn't think twice about that. They didn't think about the repercussions. They didn't think just how much God loves you. They thought that they could get away scot-free, and they thought that they wouldn't have to reap what they've sown. They didn't think that there would be any recompense for what they've done. But what they tried to do, it backfired on them. You saw that coming from a mile away. You prayed about it, you talked to God about it, and now they're not doing too good. Now they're not doing too well. Now, the same thing that they wanted to happen to you, it happened to them. And they're going through exactly what they wanted to see happen to you. They wanted you to suffer. They wanted you to be on your last leg. They wanted you to be stuck on E. They wanted you to be without, not being able to enjoy yourself, not being able to have no fun, not being able to have no funds, not being able to have a good time, not be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. They wanted you to be going through so much that you wouldn't even be able to think straight. They wanted to try to utterly destroy you, but they failed. And they're going to be the ones that are destroyed. They're going to be the one crying out for help. And no one is going to be there to help them. They wanted nobody to be there for you. They wanted to get you in a corner, back you down, and have you crying out for help. But now it's them that's crying out for help. They're the ones that are going to be in a position of powerlessness. They're the ones that are going to be failing. They're the ones that are going to be caught in a rock between a hard place. They wanted bad for you. Now bad is going to consume them. They wanted you to be doing so bad, no one would be able to recognize you. No one would be able to call you out and be like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Now they wanted you to be seen like, who is that? What happened to you? Now they're the one that is going to be like, ooh, who is that? What happened to you? Are you okay? But it's not going to be anybody out there to lend them a helping hand. No one is going to come for them. No one is going to comfort them. They're going to be stuck. Just the way they wanted you to be stuck, just the way they wanted you to be without, just like they wanted you to be down in the dirt, dismantled, dismayed. They wanted you to never be able to come out of the situation. They didn't want to see anything good come of this situation for you. They wanted everything that could possibly happen to you, that could happen to a person, to happen to you. But all that's going to happen to them, all of their evil, negative wishes are going to fall on them. They were wishing on a star that something bad would come into your life. They were wishing on a star. They were wishing on a star, trying to find out where you are so that way they could cause you some more pain because of all the disdain that they have for you. They didn't learn that what you put out into the universe, you will get it back without even trying. God doesn't play. Whatever you put out, it's like planting a seed and not expecting the seed that you planted to grow. They watered that seed. They planted a seed of evil and they watered it. They acted out on that action. That's the water. They poured water all over that seed. They had a negative thought. They had a negative idea. And they even tried to act out on it. They planned this out. They took time out of their day and planned this out, plotted this out, schemed this out. And God still had your back and he blocked it. And now all that they wanted to see happen to you is going to happen to them. They're not going to have any friends. They're not going to be able to have any fun. They're not going to have any funds. They're going to go broke. And we're not wishing bad on anyone, but this is what they tried to do to you. They tried to cause you all types of calamity, all types of tragedy, all types of misfortune. You can't get away with that. People want to focus on the other person. Pray for the other person. Don't say that about the other person. Why would you say that about the other person? No one was there to see what they did to you. No one was there to see when they were trying to plot, plan, and scheme on your life, on your finances, on your health, on the idea of yourself. They wanted you to feel like crap. They put you under attack. They didn't want you to feel good about yourself. They didn't want you to be happy. They tried to destroy your happiness. They tried to destroy your joy, and they tried to destroy your peace of mind. They didn't care about any of those things. They thought that you'd be better off without those things. They wanted you to be miserable. They wanted you to be down to your last. Well, guess what? Now it's time for them to suffer. Now it's time for them to not have. Now it's time for them to not be able to enjoy themselves. The things that you do, just the simple things. We all seen Hey Arnold, give me the simple things. You just wanted this, you just wanted the simple things. Your little this from the store, your little that, your little haircut, your little nails done. All right? Better not be getting no haircut and your nails done, but if you are, that ain't my business. You just wanted to do the little things that you wanted to get done. You just wanted to enjoy yourself. Like the Michael Jackson song says, enjoy yourself. They didn't want to see you do that. They didn't want to see you do the things that make you happy. And for that, they got to pay for that. God does not play when it comes to you. God does not play around with people who have an evil heart. God does not love people who have an ugly heart. God doesn't play with people who have a wicked heart. God does not love ugly. God does not do, you do not get good for ugly deeds. You don't put ugly out into the universe and get good back. What type of equation is that? That math is not mathing. They thought that they could put out bad and still be able to do good. They thought that they could put out hurt into the world and not receive any back. But they are terribly mistaken. They're terribly wrong with that one. They got that problem wrong when they tried to cause problems for you. They got that problem wrong. They didn't get that problem right when they tried to cause problems for you. Now they have to be the one to suffer. They have to be the one who has problems in their life. They wanted you to not be able to take care of yourself. They wanted you to not be able to do for yourself. They wanted you to not be able to provide for yourself. They wanted you to have absolutely nothing. They wanted you to have less than nothing, less than zero, less than empty. They wanted you to look at your resources. They wanted you to look at your happiness. They wanted you to look at your joy. They wanted you to look at your peace of mind. All gone. because they got a mind like a child. They wanted you to look at everything that you have like when a baby's being fed, all gone. Well, guess what, baby? They're going to be the crybaby. They're going to be the one that's sad. They're going to be the one that's miserable. They're going to be the one that's crying and upset, not being able to sleep at night. Their actions and the things they would try to do would have ruined your sleep. They wanted you to be up all night for what they were about to do. They wanted you to be tossing and turning in your sleep. They were about to do something really evil and wicked. But God came, he saw it, and he stopped it. They're the one that's going to be up and having lack of sleep. They're going to be the one with the restless leg syndrome. They're going to be the one with the post-traumatic stress. And we're not wishing this on anyone. You can't wish something on someone that wished it on you. All you're doing is reversing it. They want something to happen to you. If you say that is going to happen to them, who's the bad person? You or the person who wanted something bad to happen to you? I don't see any bad people watching this video. And if they are, you better repent. But why would they try to cause that to you and you did nothing to them? Why would they try to cause that to you and you've been nothing but good to them? Why would they try to cause that for you and you were nothing but a good brother, nothing but a good sister, nothing but a good friend, nothing but a good buddy, nothing but a good pal? Why would they try to do that to you now? Why would they try to stop you? Why would they try to get in your way? Why would they try to crush your spirit and crush your dream and crush your hopes for tomorrow? Why? Because they got something evil inside of them that's giving them instructions. They have something evil inside of them that's telling them to go do that. Go do this evil deed to this person. Go do this negative act to her. Go do this negative thing to him. And they're going with it. They're going forward. They're taking that energy and they're running with it. They're letting the horns pop up on their head and they're loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. They love to do evil deeds and evil acts because if they don't, they won't sleep at night. They will be up tossing and turning. Well, guess what? Even though they didn't get to complete those evil acts, they're going to be up tossing and turning anyway. Because now all they're going to see is themselves having bad dreams behind what they were going to try to do to you. They're going to dream about what happened, about what they tried to do to you every single night. What they try to do to you now is going to become a bad dream for them. They try to cause something negative to happen to you. Now that's going to be their bad dream. It's going to be them in a bad dream with what they tried to make happen to you happen to them. They're going to have to relive that every time they shut their eyes and they go to sleep at night. They didn't want you to be able to rest. They didn't want you to be able to have peace. They were going to try something so evil and so demonic and so devious. You may not have even came back from it mentally or spiritually. There are people who do things to people and they end up in homes. There are people who do things to people and they lose their mind because of what happened to them, because of the stress that it put them through. You can't underestimate the power of stress. But you know what you can't underestimate, but you know what they underestimated the power of? The fact that you were blessed. You can't underestimate the power of stress. That's why you have to pray. But they underestimated the power of you being blessed. They didn't know that you was protected like you were protected. They didn't know that you were protected and never neglected. They didn't know that you were anointed and never disappointed. They didn't know that you were standing under the spout where all the blessings are pouring out. They didn't know that God is moving beneath you and beside you and in front of you and behind you and adjacent and above you and all around you. Don't forget your angels. They didn't know that you were protected like that. They didn't know that God loved you like that. They just knew that their father, the devil, gave them some instructions and they wanted to carry them out. They wanted to act out on that behavior, not knowing that they were going to suffer the fate of all those actions. They didn't see, they don't think. They don't think. They feel the need to do something, they go do something evil. They feel the need to take something out on somebody else, they go do that. Not thinking about the repercussions of their actions. They don't know that when you don't return, they don't know that when you return good for evil, that it's them that's going to be suffering. They don't know that when they return evil for good, it's them that's going to be suffering. You do good. You may not be the best person, but you're not doing them any harm. You're not causing them any tragedy, any calamity, any bad fortune, any misfortune. Where are they coming at with this? It's something that they have against you because of who you are and because you're putting God first in your life. You're putting good first in your life. You want a better life. You want more out of life. You don't see them as a threat. You don't perceive them as a threat. They wanted to show you just how much of a threat they were, but they only became a threat to themselves. They only became a misfortune to themselves. They did not get the answer right when they tried to cause problems for you. They got that answer wrong. They failed. They weren't even able to accomplish their goal. They weren't able to accomplish their mission. They failed their mission. They got all suited and booted, all ready, all dressed and ready for that spiritual warfare. But they didn't know that you have spiritual protection. They didn't know that you are under God's selection. God selected you. God chose you. And the fact that they tried to come up against you, someone who loves good, someone who loves God, they got theirs coming to them. And it's going to be handed to them on a silver platter. And they're going to have to eat up that disaster. They wanted to cause a disaster for you, a disaster is going to be caused for them. They're going to be the ones stuck in that problem. They're going to be the ones who have to deal with that disaster. They're going to be the ones that have to deal with what they tried to make you deal with. They thought they could get away with this clean and smooth. No problems. Nothing happened to them. They thought they were just going to do what they were going to do, sit back and laugh, put their feet up, pop open their little drink. They were going to have a party behind what they were about to do. They were going to celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Dun-dun-dun-dun. They was going to celebrate this. They were going to do you dirty and celebrate it. It's a celebration. They were going to celebrate that. You know how evil you got to be to do something wicked to somebody and then go celebrate it? To go throw a party after that, balloons, streamers, sending each other the little celebration emojis. They were going to have a good time behind that. Seeing you do bad. They enjoy that, to see people do bad. They got an evil, dirty heart. And they don't care to clean up their acts. They don't care to do good acts. They make fun of people who are good. These are the people who laugh at people who are good and clown them and make fun of them and have bad, negative, evil things to say about them because you're choosing to do your best. You're striving for your best. You don't have, you don't, you're working towards, you're working towards being the best person that you can be. And that's the person that they want to try to come at. The person that's not doing anything to them, that's the type of person they have a problem with. The person that when they see them, they don't say nothing bad. They just leave them be. They go about their way. That's the person you got a problem with? No, they're going to have to pay for that. They're going to have to pay for that. They're going to have to pay for that way more than they was going to try to make you pay for it. Whatever they were going to try to make you pay, they're going to have to pay that. They just wrote a check that they can't cash. They're going to have to pay that. It's the big payback. It's the big payback. They thought that they were going to be able to do that to you, but they failed, and God caught them red-handed. They thought they were going to get away scot-free. God caught them red-handed. Now they're going to be dealt with. Now they were stopped in their tracks. They didn't know. They did not know. They did not know what they had coming to them. They didn't know what they had coming to them. They didn't know that they would have to pay for their actions. They didn't know that even if they didn't do it, they would still have to pay for their actions. When you try to attack God's chosen, even when you're unsuccessful, you still reap what you sow. You still are going to have to pay the price. You still going to have to pay the piper. They messed up really bad. They messed up really bad trying to do you that way. Why, oh, why do they do me that way? They messed up really bad trying to do you wrong. You can't make a wrong right by doing more wrong to people. They tried to make things right by doing wrong to you. They felt in their heart of hearts that this evil deed, this negative action, they felt that it was right. What's right about doing something wrong to somebody? What's right about trying to tear somebody down? What's right about trying to destroy somebody that did nothing to you? What's right about that? It's because that you made them feel some kind of way, and they felt that they had everything in their power to take that out on you. These types of people, they're powerholics. They feel powerful when they take out things on people that aren't doing anything to them. They feel powerful when they feel that they could catch somebody by surprise, when you don't see it coming, when you don't know what's in store for you. Well, guess what? They better call back, ask when the shipment's coming in, because it's not going to be in store for you. It's going to be in store for them. What they wanted to be in store for you is going to be in store for them. They're going to get it right delivered to their doorstep. They're going to have to deal with that. Whatever they wanted you to deal with, now they're going to be the one to deal with it. They wanted you to suffer, they're going to be the one suffering. They wanted you without, they're going to be the one without. You don't deserve the way to be treated how they like to treat people. They don't like to treat people good, do they? They think that you deserve that. You cause them some type of injury. You cause them some type of blowout. You bruise their ego. You made them feel insecure about themselves. They're fragile, and they think that they're okay with doing this, taking this out on someone, making somebody suffer behind how they feel. Well, guess what? Now they're the ones that are going to have to deal with what they cause for you. Their plan to destroy you completely backfired. Their plan to destroy you is going to cause what they wanted to see happen to you happen to them. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button. Smash that share button. I'll see you in the next video. We out.